Here we have a quiet little motel, when in fact it has now become known as the scene of the crime.
You have a vacancy?
Oh, we have 12 vacancies.
You know, this is the first place that looks like it's hiding from the world.
I think that we're all in our private traps, clamped in them. And none of us can ever get out.
Is anyone at home?
Oh, that must be my mother.
Is anything wrong?
Am I acting as if there's something wrong?
She's not missing so much as she's run away.
Put me down. Mother! Oh, God! Mother!
What are you running away from?
She looked like a wrong one to you?
It's not as if she were a maniac. She just goes a little mad sometimes.
Why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, The Shipwreckers. Clutch and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot are headed up the coast toward the lake country for a weekend of fishing.
First holiday we've had in quite a while, Spinner.
I sure hope the fish are biting, huh, Paddlefoot? Wow! Wow!
I have an idea we'll catch some big ones.
Several hundred miles north of Clutch's position, a ship is moving slowly in a dense fog. Suddenly, without warning, a reef looms up before the ship.
We're nearing the Daisyville airport. I'll call in and check our position. Clutch Cargo calling Daisyville. Clutch Cargo calling Daisyville. Come in, please. Over.
This is Daisyville Airport. Daisyville Airport. We read you, Clutch Cargo. Important message for you. Head north to Surplus Town. Ocean freighter piloted by Captain Low Tide. Sinking. Fog-in area very thick. Proceed with caution. Repeat. Proceed with caution. Over and out.
Roger, Daisyville. We're proceeding. Out.
Golly, Clutch. I guess our old friend Captain Lowtide is in real trouble.
Guess our fishing trip will have to wait.
Clutch and company head north, not realizing the fantastic adventure that lies ahead.
There's the frog bank now, Clutch.
Yes, and we've just passed over Farmdale. Only a few more minutes and we'll set her down.
In all this fog? Gee, can we make it?
I think so. We're over the ocean. We'll come in on instruments in a slow flight position.
Carefully, Clutch feels his way, straining his eyes to see through the fog.
Easy does it. Touchdown. We're on the water.
Look out!
Hold on.
Oh, dang it, Sunday flyer, watch where you're going.
That was the mast of a ship, Spinner. We'll come about and set her down again.
Here comes that darn mechanical buzzard again.
It looks like Captain Low Tide.
You better return to the scene here. Bouncing barracudas, it's you, Clutch.
Right, Captain Low Tide. Sorry we scared you, but we couldn't see in this fog.
Galloping seahorses, that's all right. Did you come to help?
Got the message on the plane radio. What's the trouble?
Don't know. This is the 5th ship I've lost this month. Like a good captain, I was going down with my ship, but this is as far as I went.
Did you run aground?
No, after 40 years of sailing these very waters, I know this harbor like the back of my hand.
Let's get to shore where we can talk.
Oh, my. All
All 5 ships that I've lost were loaded with surplus anchors. When the divers went down to salvage them, they had disappeared. Not a trace of them anchors anywhere.
Captain Lowtide, as owner of all the ships you've lost, I've come to relieve you of your command. You're fired. Goodbye.
But, Mr.
He's gone, Captain. Don't take it too hard. We'll get to the bottom of this.
But... By golly, it must have been ghosts or the harpies that sank those ships. Something that looked like a floating shoal.
What are we gonna do, Clutch? We gotta help Captain Lowtide. We just gotta.
You're right, Spinner. We're going to. But how?
How will Clutch and Company help Captain Lowtide? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, The Shipwreckers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company on a fishing trip received a message from Daisieville Airport. Captain Lowtide, an old friend, was in trouble. 5 of his ships had been sunk in 1 month. Clutch and Company were determined to help, but how?
I have an idea. Where can we get a boat, Captain?
I have a launch tied up right behind the store here.
We'll need divers' suits for Spinner and me.
Gee, can I go down too?
You bet. I'll need some help.
We can rent diving equipment right inside.
Oh boy, a surplus store.
Well, Captain Lowtide, come in. Heard that's the 5th ship you sank. I didn't sink her. Just like the other 4 ships that went down, I was hit by harpies or ghosts or a floating shoal. Ain't no such thing. Hey, Skate, come here. Yeah, what is it, Barracuda? I'm busy. Your friend Captain Lowtide's here. No, he ain't no friend of mine, but I'd like to see the guy that can sink 5 ships in 1 month.
You wanted to see him? There he is. Take a good look.
All right. I think you've had enough jokes for one day.
Oh, now, hold on, stranger. This is none of your business.
Well, I'm about to make it my business.
This is Captain Barracuda, and this is Skate Laird. Boys, meet Clutch Cargo.
Clutch Cargo? You mean the Clutch Cargo?
Yeah, the guy who wrote that adventure logbook. The same, boys.
Well, what can we do for you, Mr. Cargo?
Whatever you need, just help yourself. We were only kidding you, Captain Lowtide, sir. Clutch and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot have come up here to help me solve the mystery of the sunken ships.
That's right.
We need some diving suits and underwater equipment.
Anything you want, you just help yourself, Mr. Cargo. No charge.
That's sure nice of you, men. Thanks.
Clutch and Company with Captain Lowtide head for the sunken ship with the diving equipment.
There she is, dead ahead.
Put your transistor around your neck so it touches your throat, Spinner, that I can hear you underwater.
I'm ready.
Make sure those hoses are tight, Captain. We've got to have air.
Okay, Clutch. Over the side whenever you're ready.
Meanwhile, at the back window of the surplus store... What do you see, Skate? Tell me.
They're in the water. Lowtide and the dog are on deck watching the air tank and the hoses.
Look at the fog. Now's our chance. Give me a depth charge.
Clutch, it's getting foggy up here. Everything all right?
The hole's in the side, Captain. Looks like something did hit you. Only half the cargo's here. Wonder what happened to the rest of it.
Uh-oh. Here comes Barracuda and Skate.
Shh. I hear the air pump working. Get ready with the depth charge.
I can just make out their boat beside the ship's mast.
We'll drift in quiet like and let her go.
Quiet, Paddlefoot. I'm listening to Clutch.
Sure getting dark down here, Clutch.
That's because of the fog, Spinner. We'll go up in a minute.
We're over the bow of the wreck now.
Okay, Spinner. Let's go up.
Clutch! A shark!
Okay, Skate. Drop the depth charge.
How can Clutch and Company avoid the shark and the depth charge? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company met Captain Barracuda and Skate, two slippery surplus store owners. They rent diving equipment for helping Captain Lowtide, who thinks ghosts or harpies sank his ships. While they investigate underwater...
That shark's coming right at us.
Okay, Skate, drop the depth charge.
Clutch! What's that?
Oh, no. A depth charge. Get back, Spinner. Swallowed it. Boy, are we lucky. It's okay, Spinner. He's swimming away.
That was quite a bang.
Yeah, that ought to do it. Let's get out of here.
Clutch, what happened down there?
We'll tell you in a minute, Captain. We're coming up. It's obvious someone was trying to get us.
Most of the cargo was missing too, Captain.
All my stuff disappeared off the other ships before the salvage boat got here.
Somebody's wrecking the ships to get the cargoes.
But who, Clutch?
I don't know yet. But let's head ashore. I've got an idea.
Meanwhile, at the surplus store...
I guess our little secret is safe now.
Yeah, and we'll go out later and get the rest of the cargo.
Oh, it's them. How do you suppose they got...
Shh, they're coming in. How's fishing, Mr. Cargo? Did you find anything interesting?
I need a couple of air tanks. And do you have any rubber life rafts?
Hundreds of them. How many you want?
About 20. And put them in the launch.
Skate'll get them for you. Sounds like you're going into the salvage business.
You'll see, Captain. I have a plan.
Your gear's all loaded in the launch, Mr. Cargo.
They're gonna try and raise the sunken ship and float her to shore. You know what that means?
Yeah, they'll get that shipload of anchors.
Right, but we ain't gonna let that happen.
That morning fog is lifted.
At least nobody can sneak up on us.
We'll tie the life rafts to the ship and inflate them. That should raise her.
There's the ship just ahead.
We won't tie up this time, Captain. You'll have to stand off. Spinner and I will take the gear over the side.
Back at the surplus store...
Hurry up, Skate. We have to work fast.
And this time, Clutch Cargo and his pals won't be so lucky.
On the ocean floor, Clutch and Spinner have rigged the life rafts.
When I say go, Spinner, pull the fill plug on the first raft. Then go to the next one until they're all inflated.
Okay, Clutch. I'm ready.
Okay. Pull.
Look, she's coming up. Well, I'll be. Clutch is floating her with those rafts.
It's going up. You did it, Clutch.
With your help, Spinner. When we get the ship ashore, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this mystery. Now let's go up and get a tow line on it.
Whoa! Paddlefoot sees something. It's a big pile of floating rocks. Look!
Rocks, nothing. It's that floating shoal, and it's headed right for us. It's gonna smash us.
Will Clutch and Company be smashed by the floating shoal? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, Clutch and Spinner escaped the shark and the depth bomb dropped by Captain Barracuda and Skate. Clutch floated the sunken ship with the help of 20 inflated life rafts. As they headed for shore with the raised ship.
It's that floating shoal. It's gonna smash us.
We're coming about just in time, Clutch. I think it's gonna miss us.
But it's going to hit the ship. Hold on. When it does, that cable's going to snap. It's going to be quite a jolt.
Look, my beautiful ship. It's sinking again. Abandon ship, everybody. Women and children first.
Poor Captain Lowtide.
There now, Captain Lowtide. Take it easy. You haven't lost another ship. It's the same one.
Why, I must have been dreaming. I thought we raised her.
We did. But that floating shoal, or whatever it is, hit the ship again.
How can rocks float like that?
That's a good question, Spinner. Come on, let's follow that shoal and see what this is all about. This boat will catch it easily.
We're getting closer. But look! It's sinking!
And right in front of our eyes.
That's the way it did with me. First it was there, then it wasn't.
There's got to be some explanation for it. And we're going to find it.
Wow! Clutch! There's a couple of men standing over there on the breakwater.
By golly, we'll pull over and ask them a few questions. Maybe they know something.
Well, Mr. Cargo, sir, what can we do for you?
Just wondered if you saw anything of a floating shoal coming this way.
No, I didn't. Did you, Barracuda? No, I didn't. We've been here for quite a while. We was just clam digging.
I saw it disappear not too far from here.
You must be wrong, kid.
Not so wrong. I saw it myself. Anyway, thanks for your trouble.
Not at all. Anything else we can help you with, just ask.
Those floating rocks went down real close to those two. It's strange they didn't notice.
I'm beginning to suspect they know more about all this than they're willing to admit. Come on, Spinner. We'll go down and see how much damage was done.
Do be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to either of you on my account.
Another hole in the hull. That was quite an impact.
Smashed all our rubber rafts, too. Now what are we going to do?
We'll wait right here. I've got a hunch we're going to have company soon.
What do you mean, Clutch?
Somebody's going to be back for the rest of that cargo of anchors. Stay there, Spinner, and keep an eye peeled. I'll be right back.
Okay, Clutch, but hurry. It's scary down here.
I have a hunch about those floating shoals, Captain. Spinner and I'll wait down by the wreckage. You and Paddlefoot head toward Surplus Town and make it look as though we were all aboard.
Okay, Clutch, if you say so.
The captain props up extra diving gear to make it look like Clutch and Spinner, and is soon on his way. What's this? A periscope rising out of the rocks and quickly sinking back beneath the waves.
See anything, Spinner?
Not yet, Clutch. Hey, look!
It's a submarine with rocks tied at the top. There's the mystery, the floating shoal.
It's coming right at us. What do we do?
Shoals headed right for Clutch and Spinner. What will happen? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, after Clutch and Company raised the sunken ship, it was hit again by the floating shoals. Determined to solve the mystery, Clutch and Spinner lay in wait below the surface. It wasn't long before...
Look! A submarine!
Pretty clever. So that's where the loot from all these sunken ships goes.
Let's hurry before Cargo and her chit get back.
Yeah. I think they're beginning to suspect us.
Gee, Clutch, no one but us knows what's going on down here. We might be in great danger.
I thought of that. I'm sending up a dye marker, hoping Captain Lowtide spots it and follows us.
Captain Lowtide doesn't, but Paddlefoot does.
What do you see, boy? By golly, that's a signal from Clutch. Sure glad you saw it, young feller. Now, we'll just follow him.
It's backing up. Get ready, Spinner. As it passes us, hang on. Hang on tight, Spinner. I have a feeling we're about to solve this mystery.
We sure fooled them, eh, Barracuda?
Yeah, when they get back, they'll be real surprised to find the rest of the anchors gone.
Clutch, why is it getting so dark?
We're passing under a wharf or something.
We're coming in under the pier. Start surfacing.
Okay, Skate, up we go. Stand by to open the hatch.
We're under up here.
So we are. Look at all that loot piled up. That's the cargo from all 5 of Captain Lowtide's ships. Unless I miss my guess, we're right underneath the surplus store.
What? You mean those two guys, Captain Barracuda and Skate, are at the bottom of all this?
Shh. We'll know in a moment. Quick, out of sight. The hatch is opening.
All's clear up here, Captain Barracuda. Come on, let's unload the loot.
Hold it right there, you. You've got some explaining to do.
Cargo and the kid are up there. Let's get out of here.
Reverse motors, full speed.
Oh, no, they're getting away.
Quick, Spinner. Put your hands over that periscope.
I can't see a thing.
I'll just hold this rudder hard over so they can't steer.
Full speed ahead. Hey, I can't steer this thing.
We're in fine shape. I can't see, and you can't steer.
Spinner, are we heading for the beach?
4 points to starboard, Clutch, and we're on target.
Oh, stepped on the brakes.
Here comes Captain Lowtide and Paddlefoot.
Who's that with them, Clutch?
Looks like the sheriff.
I followed you right to the surplus store, and I got the sheriff.
Glad you did. We've got a couple of customers for him. He can take Skate and Captain Barracuda to jail for shipwrecking.
Glad to, and I'm glad the captain was right about the moving shoals. Boys, I don't know how I can ever thank you enough.
Looks like our fishing trip was a success after all.
Yeah, and we caught a couple of big ones, too.
And so ends the story of Clutch, Cargo, and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and the Shipwreckers. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting adventure with Clutch, Cargo.
About 1,200 miles off the western coast of Africa lies the little island of St. Helena, a tiny dot of land in a great expanse of ocean, almost devoid of natural wealth, but world famous because of its tragic association with that so-called man of destiny, the late Napoleon Bonaparte, one-time emperor of France and dictator of Europe, a military genius who failed in his forceful conquest of the world and spent the last 6 years of his life as a prisoner of war upon this lonely isle. The Portuguese who discovered and named the island in 1502 found it uninhabited, but they formed no permanent settlement. Following the Portuguese came the Dutch and the English and the French, all bitter contenders for the possession of this little island, so strategically situated in the lane of important trade routes between Europe, South Africa, and India. For the past 2 centuries, however, St. Helena has been the undisturbed possession of Great Britain, and Jamestown, its only port, bears the distinction of having been named after one of England's kings. About 125 years ago, the British frigate Northumberland sailed into this harbor with the world's most illustrious prisoner of war, Napoleon Bonaparte. For 3 days he was kept on board ship in the harbor, while the more curious inhabitants paddled out to get a close view of the defeated emperor, who was to dwell among them to the day of his death. The thought of him who once had all of Europe at his feet, the great Napoleon, standing alone on the deck of the Northumberland and gazing into these bleak hills, beyond which a prison home was being prepared for him, is one of the most tragic thoughts in the history of mankind. The dramatic story of Napoleon's exile has left an indelible mark upon this island, but the modern St. Helena boy does not appear to be very much concerned about it. In fact, the turbulent outside world and its famous men are nothing compared to the champion rail sliders of Ladder Hill, where 700 steps and 2 intriguing railings challenge the stoutest limbs and the toughest backs in Jamestown. When it was learned that exactly 699 steps lead to the British fort at the top of the hill, the desire for an even and lucky number so disturbed the natives that one ingenious lad dug away the soil at the bottom and created an additional step, thereby obtaining the lucky 700. The present population of the island does not exceed 4,000 inhabitants, and they represent a conglomeration of Portuguese, English, Dutch, Hindus, and Negroes, not a few of whom can trace their ancestry to a ship that stopped in passing sometime during the last 4 centuries. Thanks to the humble wants of its inhabitants, St. Helena is more or less self-supporting, although only a third of the island is suitable for farming. The principal crop is potatoes, and the cultivation of flax is the chief industry. But as a source of net revenue, nothing excels the postage stamp business, for a St. Helena stamp is invariably the pride of stamp collectors, as well as the premium stamp for postcards. It is said there are only 2 good reasons for stopping at St. Helena: to visit the home of Napoleon and to mail a postcard with a St. Helena stamp. And now we start out over the road that leads to Napoleon's home, the same road that the defeated emperor traversed as he was being taken to the final and smallest realm in the cycle that marked his turbulent career. Longwood, where Napoleon lived the last 6 years of his life with a small band of loyal followers who accepted voluntary exile in order to be with their emperor. Owing to a generous gesture on the part of the British government, Longwood is now French territory, and the flag of France waves here in solemn association with the spirit of Napoleon Bonaparte. While residing here, Napoleon was constantly guarded by British soldiers, and it caused him no end of grief. He complained bitterly, but in vain, to the governor of St. Helena, General Lowe, who seems to have been Napoleon's chief bone of contention during the whole period of his exile. After a few years, the prisoner's hope for freedom or escape was banished, and he finally became resigned to his fate. In his memoirs, he dictated, "No one but myself can be blamed for my fall. I have been my greatest enemy, the cause of my own disastrous fate. My aim was the United States of Europe, but fate intervened before I completed my task." And just prior to his death, he said, "There are only 2 powers in the world, the spirit and the sword. In the long run, the sword will always be conquered by the spirit." Napoleon died in 1821, after 6 years of exile, and he was buried in a beautiful little valley a short distance from Longwood, which also has become a French possession out of Great Britain's respect for the memory of Napoleon Bonaparte, whose name does not even appear upon his grave because of a difference of opinion that existed between the governor of St. Helena and Napoleon's loyal followers regarding the wording of the inscription. In 1840, when the body of Napoleon was taken from here to be reinterred in France, a most solemn procession marched with it to the sea, and as it passed along the main street in Jamestown, the choir in St. James's Church sang a farewell tribute to that man of destiny, whose memory is now the glorified heritage of St. Helena. And as we sail away in the path of the ship that bore the remains of the world's greatest military leader, who could not rule Europe by force of arms, we reflect upon the lesson he taught, and we wonder if the sun will ever set upon a United States of Europe welded together by peace instead of war.
captive of the Arzaks in their hidden city, Dr. Moore sets his radio on a steady signal. Bob, Joe, and Tom start out from the trading post, hoping to follow the signal and rescue Anne Reed and Dr. Moore. The trail leads into a lost land known as the Valley of Sounds.
Finishes them. Let's report back to Jake.
Okay.
We'll never make it now.
The quicker we get out of this valley, the better. The gong that caused the vibrations wasn't ringing itself.
I think you're right.
Why do you kill us? We've done nothing.
You haven't found the witch doctor. He's still working his evil spell on your people.
You are pleased what has happened?
Yeah. The strangers who would find the Arzak treasures have been destroyed.
And those who would take our places will soon join them. We have a way of getting rid of them.
They still live? Is it ready?
Soon the people will cry out with pain, and those who have not eaten will destroy the evil ones who bring suffering to our people.
When our God Vernon calls the sun and darkness comes, then the fires will be lighted, and you will go into the land of darkness.
To those people, Doctor?
Oh, I don't know, unless...
Matu! Matu! Don't eat! Don't eat!
Hurry, Matu, come here. Poison has been placed in the food, and if you eat, you may become sick and die. Untie me. Let me do what I can for your people. Matu, Matu, you must let me help you.
Matu, the god Rana is angry. If you free them, his curse will fall on you, as it has on your people.
Untie me. I won't try to get away. I must have some of the powder your witch doctor had when I first came here.
Get it, Zara.
You witch doctor must use same medicine as our own great one. Give our doctor back his power in your father's council, and it'll be as you desire. Zara has spoken.
There's only one way to save these people. Send Miss Reed for my medicines.
Oh, you must, Matu. Please, Matu, you must let me go.
It will be as you ask.
My son will bring the anger of Rana upon us.
My magic is powerful. But if I don't get my medicine, many of your people will die.
She will go. If she does not return, I will sacrifice myself on the altar of Rana. Nobody of my tribe will dare touch you as long as you wear this. My warriors will escort and wait for you outside village. Go.
What shall I bring, Doctor?
Among my effects, you'll find a small black bag. Get it and get back here as quickly as you can. Now, don't let anything happen to that necklace. And tell Bob I'm all right. Good luck.
They have won Matu's favor. If she should not return, we can regain our power.
She not return.
You've weighed those stones 10 times in the last hour.
Have I? I was just figuring what I could do if I knew where these came from.
You'd better figure what you're going to do if you don't find out where they came from.
What's the matter? Surprised to see us back alive?
Why, no. We expected you back, but not so soon.
We thought you'd gone on a long trek.
Really? Well, now, what gave you that idea? You got a map of this country?
Why, yes. It's an old one.
Well, bring it in to me when you find it.
Yeah, sure I will. Sure.
We thought sure they were finished.
Enough rocks dropped on them to kill a herd of elephants.
Maybe they contacted Dr. Moore. Get outside and keep your eyes open.
You'd better make Reed talking fast.
What seems to be the trouble?
I haven't found out yet, but somebody's sure been working it over.
Did you get a look at their pans when they saw us?
Yes, I did. How do you suppose they knew about our narrow escape?
Hey, you don't think they spilled those rocks on us?
No, not likely. But they would have if they'd have thought of it. So I had a small screwdriver around here someplace. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, the map. It's here somewhere. I saw it not long ago.
Where's that small screwdriver I left in the storeroom?
Oh, yeah, I was using it outside, working on my field glasses.
You were working on the radio by any chance?
I don't know anything about them.
Well, you don't have to know too much to wreck them. Wonder if Jake uses these for anything in particular.
And he's been looking through them every now and then.
Wonder what he's trying to see.
I don't know, but he's sure been jumpy since Ann got lost.
Take a look off there by those trees and rocks.
It's Brent and Craig.
Brent and Craig? Well, I thought I saw Ann. Yes, it is Ann. Get in the car.
Orlac jewels.
She must have reached the village.
This is worth a fortune.
She all right?
I don't know. We just got here.
We better get her to Jake's.
What happened? Do you feel well enough to talk, Ann?
We'll find out about it later. She needs rest now.
Well, if there's anything I can do, just call me.
Thank you.
No, and I couldn't hang around. It would be too obvious.
Well, I'm going back down and having another try at the old man.
Show him this. It might loosen his tongue.
Oh, good. Maybe it'll work.
Water. Give me some water. Give me some water, will you, Jake?
You'll get water when you tell me what I want to know.
Never.
Hey, your daughter's here, Doc. And she said for me to tell you that it was all right to trust me.
And she'd never come to this country.
Well, you forget about that letter I made you, right?
You lie.
Do I? Did you ever see that ring before? It's cute, ain't it? You know, I'd guess that you gave her that.
If you lay your hands on my daughter,
When you get thirsty enough, I guess you'll talk.
We can't let you go back there alone.
Well, the chief's son gave me his necklace. Bob, it's gone. I can't get back without it. I've got to have it. Martone said he'd sacrifice himself if I didn't get back with the medicine to cure his people.
But when did you have the necklace last?
I'm sure I had it when I fainted.
Wait a minute. Brett and Craig were with you when we got there. Uh-oh. You don't suppose...
All right, Brent, hand it over.
What are you talking about?
The necklace the girl got in the Orlac village. Ann Reed was in the village.
What? Well, you double.
Don't bother, Jake.
I'll get it. Give me that necklace.
I haven't got it.
I think you have. Maybe you know something about this. You seem to be in the gem collecting business.
You're mistaken there.
Hand it over. something's going on.
See Into the Valley of Fire, Chapter 6 of Jungle Raiders at this theater next week.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, it ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden, southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
massaging.
It's been too long, Gil.
More adrenaline. Cardiac needle.
Go ahead, Gil, if you need the practice. It can't always work, Gil. There's got to be death for everyone sometime.
Why?
I've been watching you for over 3 hours. That's a long time to take when you die.
It took 9 months on the other end.
As one dedicated man to another, there are a few questions I want to ask you. That's right, local office of bullets and bodies. What can you tell me?
Only that a few ounces of lead just destroyed 3,000 years of medical research.
Please, Doctor, I saw your little outburst of perfectionism in there, and I'm sure you have several million words on the ideals and objectives of medical science, but all I'd like to know is what happened so I can start an accurate report.
Body will be in the morgue tomorrow. Why bother me?
I find it valuable to get as many details as possible before minds have become colored by the calmness and the simplest born of time. It's the kind of attitude that's raised me to lieutenant, made my wife and children very proud of me.
There's nothing I can contribute to your next promotion.
Oh, come now, Doctor. As assistant chief of surgery in a hospital of this size, a man of your age, you must have more than average ability and powers of observation. There were 3 .38 caliber bullets, weren't there?
Yes.
What was the specific cause of death?
3 bullets.
Yes, I see. I shouldn't have put it that way in your present state of mind.
Acute hemorrhage complicated by lung and spinal damage. The bullet shattered ribs, entering from the back, penetrating the lung, and exiting just to the right of the sternum, all right?
Indicating a tight little pattern of rapid fire at a slight upward angle. Our murderer could have been a short man standing or any kind of man sitting. Would it be your habit to sit on the curb at 8 or 8:30 on a night this cold?
Hardly.
The fresh tire marks we found do associate then.
I see you pinning on captain's bars already.
Anything else?
No. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yes?
Unusual, considering the extent of damage. But while we were getting ready for surgery, Ken told me they almost had to pry his hands from the lamppost. While I was operating, I noticed them, too. Powerful hands, yet sensitive at the same time. They never relaxed, even while he was still alive and unconscious.
Well, that's the type of thing I might never have realized. Could tell us a great deal about him. Hands. Amazing things when you think about it. A genius device of flesh and bone that can paint a beautiful picture, control a scalpel, press a trigger. And perhaps the delicately lined pictures on the tips of those hands themselves may tell me all I want to know.
Little sister approves?
Congratulations.
I wasn't sure. During that last encore, 15 years of work, practice, and hope came into complete focus. I know that tonight's the beginning. There's nothing can't be done now.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call you an amateur during these last 6 years. But any minute now, the thundering herd is coming through that door to lift you on their shoulders. I still have to get some details straight with you about the New York concert and recordings before I make that 12:30 play.
Just a few minutes, George, to let my ego feed off the crowd. Dina, I want you to go ahead to the party with the others. I'll join you as soon as George and I are through.
Lucky piano. Lucky me. I'm jealous of you both, you know. I want to be so much to this magnificent man.
Wouldn't that be a little like playing the same composition over and over? Beautiful, perhaps, but monotonous?
You're not only brilliant, you're obscene. I'll forgive you only if you promise to keep me very close to you all of this exciting night.
I want you to go ahead to the party with Dina and the others. George and I have business first.
Oh, you're hard to love sometimes.
Dina, I know all of this makes you very happy, but when does your life begin?
When do I trade in my brother and his piano on babies and things?
Something like that.
When he doesn't need me anymore, I guess.
I think it's time. He's old enough, successful enough. He certainly always seems to have plenty of women around him.
Implying a scandalous relationship between me and my brother?
Well?
George, you see those soft gray gloves he always wears before and after he plays? Remember the time you kidded him about them? Said they were a great publicity gimmick and you wished you'd thought of them first. I think that's the only time I ever saw him angry at you. He needs those gloves. They protect his hands from the cold, and they help keep his fingers completely flexible when he plays. It may be psychological, but it's a part of his greatness with music. Everything's a part of it. You're his gray gloves of the business world,
And you're his gray gloves against loneliness.
for the time being. A great many women love the dramatic concept of Vernon Paris at a Saturday night concert and the parties that go after. It's amazing how few of them are willing to wait and fight through the hours of practice and insecurity that make each Saturday night possible.
Dina, I don't think he's that dedicated.
Oh, but he is. You should know. He's the most selfish man in the world when it comes to his concept of the creation of beauty. He pours everything into it. It's the source of his greatness and of his loneliness.
Hey, you're the guy on the billboard, aren't you?
What was that?
The poster outside the theater. You're the guy with the piano.
That's right.
Boy, my kid sure loves music.
Really?
Yeah, and practices all the time. He'd really like to meet you.
Well, bring him around next time I'm here. I'll have some passes for him.
You're okay, Mr. Paris. Maybe sometime you could even hear him play.
Maybe. How old is he?
10. Don't think he's a sissy. He's the best shortstop on the school team.
I play the piano, and I don't think I'm a sissy.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know. 10-year-old boys just don't, usually.
It's something his mother always wanted. She died 4 years ago. And I found this teacher who'd come give lessons at night. It's a good time for it, too. Night. That's when you can start thinking about a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things. His piano and all the practicing make it easier. Even the bad notes. Music and people go together. Like kids and dogs.
And be sure you teach him the creation of beauty is something you can never lose. Once achieved, it's with you all your life.
I think he knows it already. I only hope it makes him amount to something more than his old man. He's got the fight, too.
You tell him most people waste time with meaningless fights. The only real enemies the world has are the enemies of beauty. That's the only thing he'll ever have to fight.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah. Hey, I want you to see a picture of my kid. I've got it right here. Look out!
I don't see any other way. Get him ready.
What are you going to do?
You're not supposed to be in here.
Regulations be damned. What are you going to do?
All right, Mr. Britton. You have a right to know. I'm going to amputate what's left of his hands.
You're mad. This man is Vernon Parrish. You can't cut off his hands.
He no longer has anything left that resembles hands.
You're wrong. You've got to be wrong. I was at the accident. I saw them. They were cut, bleeding, bent, yes, but my God, they were still hands.
You're overlooking a basic fact. His gloves were on. Cut, torn, blood-stained, but still with a semblance of shape. That's what you saw. Gloves.
You know, to do this to a man like that, it'd be better just to drive your scalpel through his heart. Simpler for you, same result for him. Without his hands, Vernon Parrish would be dead. Tell me, Doctor, what would your reaction be if suddenly you were to find yourself without either one of these? Yes. Now, let's pretend they are your hands. What would you do?
Well,
Yes.
there's only one possibility. The odds against success are almost total.
Almost, as opposed to something that's already definite.
I wonder if we're thinking the same thing. Couldn't be anything else under the circumstances, could it? You've got to get permission first. There's no time. Well, perhaps it was lucky for all of us that you were just behind him in the crash. We're going to try something radical. I don't know if you're going to like it.
It doesn't matter as long as you save his hands.
Nothing will save him. But he'll have hands.
Mechanical hands are of no use to this man. Don't you understand that?
Perfect. I said hands. Some years ago, people would have called you crazy if you told them that you could take part of one human eye and place it in another. Yet today, a corneal transplant is a standard operation. It gives renewed sight.
Yes, I know, but hands are different.
A different part of the same human body. Surgical scientists in every country all over the world are dedicated to the future truth that human life one day might be extended indefinitely by the replacement of defective or worn-out parts. Right now, such a principle is the only one that will save the musical talent of your friend.
But muscles, nerves, how do you know them?
I've already told you we don't know. Now, do we go ahead or not? Know why I want you here? I'm asking you to stick your neck out. Maybe. I've pulled you in on a lot of operations, made you watch and study. Deliberately made you accept a crash program of training because you have the mind and heart of a great surgeon. I want you to be ready sooner. You'll have even more time to save lives and make others better. I'm grateful, Gil. Don't be grateful, be good. Pay closer attention tonight than ever. You have 5 years on both Russ and me. In your lifetime, this type of an impossible in surgery may become a reality. Later, you'll be making the contributions. Stand opposite me at the table. Gil. Yeah? I don't think you're asking me to stick my neck out. No? No. I think you fully expect this to work. Keep them as close to the surface as possible. I want maximum response in the muscles and nerves. And now.
Why? What right have they got to do a thing like that? Not to Vernon, not his hand.
Dina, you've got to understand.
I understand you're trying to make me believe a nightmare.
I can only tell you that surgically everything went as planned.
Surgically, everything went as planned.
Dina Paris, Dr. Harding.
Sorry we have to meet under these circumstances.
I'm sorry we have to meet at all.
I know how you must feel about his loss.
You pretend to understand what a pair of hands means to a man like my brother.
I think a surgeon is aware of the importance of the human hand in all its aspects.
Well, perhaps there's one you've overlooked. You think you understand the human hand? I'll teach you more than you ever thought you knew about. You're not a doctor. You're a monster. A selfish, crazy monster. I must be having a nightmare. I know I'll wake up. I've got to.
I've transplanted other hands, yes. Done in order to save his talent, not destroy it. What I cut from the ends of his arms no longer resembled hands.
A lie. It's got to be a lie. You needed some kind of a guinea pig for your insane experiments.
Miss Paris, what we did in that operating room just now could end all our careers. If you want vengeance, you can have it very easily because we didn't get your approval. But if you choose that vengeance, you may set off a chain of emotional reaction in your brother that'll guarantee failure. Guarantee that he'll never have hands.
You cannot turn my brother into some kind of a freak two-headed dog just for the sake of science.
There's something you have to see.
You can't do that.
I don't think she'll understand any other way. Genius remains. With a great deal of luck, we'll have made it possible for him to continue. You must have faith.
Is it faith, Doctor? Or just ego as far as your particular talent is concerned?
Tonight, 4 people did everything in their power to help your brother. I appreciate your feeling of personal tragedy, but I think you've wallowed in it long enough at my expense.
Listen, Doctor, I realize you've been through a great deal tonight, but I don't think you...
Well, I do think. From now on, the only thing that's important is the absolute cooperation of everyone involved in this man's life. Cooperation that'll create the proper recovery state of mind for him.
Your attitude is a very crude one, Doctor.
Maybe we ought to wait.
No, George. This man who's taken such sudden control of Vernon's life, I want to know what he expects to do. And I want to know whose hands he put on my brother's arm. Can you answer that?
No, I can't. There's no precedent for what we've done. No published catalog of spare parts to choose from at the local deep freeze.
And you know nothing about the other man at all.
Coincidence placed him on that table 2 hours before your brother's accident. He had powerful hands, that's all we have to know.
That's all.
If you're concerned with the possibility that he might have been some kind of madman, let me assure you that psychotic tendencies don't transfer themselves mystically to the physical extremities after death.
You know that for a fact?
No, I don't. I don't even know about Mother Goose or the wee people in the Glen. You're right. I guess I was cracking under it.
A personal loss for us. A terrible responsibility for you. We'll be back in the morning.
The man has been fingerprinted. A complete check will be run, I assure you.
When can we see him?
Not for a week. He's under heavy sedation and additional radiation treatments. It's a critical period for his body's acceptance of the hands.
Can't we even see him?
Trust me, if you can. And when you do see him, it's vital that he believe he's only had simple emergency surgery. I've got to have at least 6 weeks before the final bandages come off.
How long until we really know?
It won't be long before his body gives us the answer. What we do as far as his mind is concerned, well, he'll need all of us for that.
You know, Doctor, I'm one of those people who believes that our department renders a definite service to the safety and welfare of the community, just as you do. Now, I'm sure you observe certain regulations that make your work more orderly, more effective. Am I at all correct?
Generally.
Well, now, so do we. For instance, when we have a homicide to contend with and we receive a body at the morgue, we feel it's reasonable to expect that we'll receive all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me why, but I hold a feeling of kinship and respect for a man like you. On the other hand, I suspect you of some premeditated diddling on the hillside. Mind you, I've said nothing about this at the department because I'm sure you have a totally worthy explanation. So, exactly what have you done with those hands? It's nice to know you're sympathetic to my needs, but you know this isn't enough.
What if I told you it had to be enough? For now.
Doctor, when I was in college, one of my best friends was a medical student, so one night he stole into the laboratory and removed part of a cadaver, which he then utilized to produce a therapeutic effect on a timorous young lady at a beer party. Surely you've progressed beyond this.
Inspector, let's pretend it's the past. Say 2 months prior to the time this technique of identification was established. Suppose you came to me and you said that you were on the verge of a discovery that would greatly advance your profession and mankind as a result. Yet for definite reasons, you needed those last 2 months in order to prove it. Do you expect me to block you or to interfere?
Very good analogy. I'm sorry you thought of it.
Well?
It's fortunate for you that I seem to sense a certain quality of honesty and greatness. Otherwise, I'd pull you in right now.
Will you go along with me for that long? With the promise you'll be given the complete story the second it's possible? You have enough on this chart for a full preliminary check.
Well, you're complicating things for me at the department. I suppose I can create an acceptable story. I suppose I'm as idealistic as you in many ways. I'm sure my wife and children would support me in that up to a point. For everyone's sake. Let's hope we don't pass that point.
This will be his first moment of true consciousness. Please let me handle explanations. Guard your reactions against any indication of seriousness. Mr. Paris, you have visitors. Mr. Paris?
My hands.
You're going to be perfectly all right.
What's happened to my hands?
There was a traffic accident. Some of your fingers were broken. You're going to be all right.
Cab. That fool driver. Why are my hands like this?
We knew who you were, what your hands meant to you. We've immobilized them so the fingers will mend perfectly.
I have to be in New York. Concert. Recordings. I've postponed them until you're well again.
You will play again, Vernon. You will.
Dina, don't lie to me.
I'm not lying, darling. Dr. Harding did a beautiful job. Your hands will be perfect.
Doctor Harding? Perfect, Dr. Harding. In your terms or in mine?
In yours. In just a few weeks, you'll have full flexibility again. Full timing.
Why did it have to happen to my hands?
You're lucky it was only this. Glass was shattered from every window of the cab. You can see to play. And you will play. All you need is that belief. And some patience.
Not very aesthetic, is it, George? Might make an unusual shot for our next poster.
You're going to be all right, Vernon.
Does Eileen know about this?
I don't know.
Thank you. But she was at the party. Isn't that where they notified you?
Yes.
Well, it's all right. My little dramatic butterfly wouldn't like it here very much. No bright lights, mink stoles. You don't serve martinis, do you, Doctor?
Not for the time being.
Well, I guess she'll be around again when things aren't so stark and sterile.
It'll be a month before we can remove the bandages. You can go home in a week. I think you'll be more comfortable there.
Home. Where I can stare at the piano. Wonder how long it's going to be. And how good it'll ever be again.
So you can stare at it. Remind yourself to be patient. To fight for something that's important. And beautiful. Perfect fusion on both.
You've done it, Gil?
Not yet. All we know is that his body's accepted the hands. We don't know how they're going to function.
But nobody's even gotten this far before. Do you realize what that means?
It only means we've taken a step, Ken. That's not enough.
Not enough. Gil, even if the rest fails, if the nerve and muscle connections don't work...
It must work.
But you can't hope for too much.
Why not? It's the only way we have the courage to take the next step. And the next.
Well, when will we know?
That's why I've called you in here. I've waited longer than I planned, to be sure. Now, I'm going over to remove the bandages and make the first reflex test. I want you all there because you helped make it possible. Also, I think you'll need all the moral support we can give him. This may not be pleasant, so if any of you don't want to come, say so. Russ? Kenny? Holly?
Did I ever tell you I couldn't stand the sight of blood?
Let's see if our dream is a realistic one. If it's possible to recreate beauty out of chaos. Dina, push the lamp back a little. We don't need that much. I hope you don't mind an audience. Russ, Ken, and Holly all helped the night of the accident.
I'm used to audiences. Glad to have one again after so long. These weeks of waiting haven't been easy, but if it ends well, I'll be grateful to all of you.
Are you ready?
After 7 weeks, yes, I'm ready.
You must do one thing for me. I ask you not to question it. I want you to close your eyes and keep them closed till I tell you. That shouldn't be so hard. Only a few more minutes after 7 weeks.
Apparently, dramatics aren't limited to the stage.
hands flat on the table. Now, I'm going to touch the fingers of your hand. Each time when you feel the touch, I want you to move that finger. Before you open your eyes, I'm going to tell you one thing. I want you to remember it. It's vital that you do.
Are you trying to ease me into acceptance of a failure, Doctor?
What we've done for you surpasses my hopes. But the success of every surgery depends on two things: medical skill and acceptance on the part of the patient.
Are these your usual terms for such a thing as simple as broken fingers? I don't think so.
Keep your eyes closed. The response in your fingers is 80% correct. The rest will return, but it's going to take practice on your part. You were right about one thing. It was more than just broken fingers. But the thing that you've got to believe is that we've been successful, because we have. During these weeks of waiting, you told me about your absolute belief in music and beauty. When you open your eyes, you're going to see something that'll demand a great deal of the sensitivity, courage, and creative thinking you have as an artist. Now, open your eyes. Mangled in the accident. We've made it possible.
What have you done?
We've made it possible for you to have perfectly good hands.
These are my hands? What have you done?
We've given you hands where you had none. When you arrived at the hospital, we were faced with a tragedy. We didn't accept that. We fought to restore the beauty that was so important to you. And we did. They're strong, normal hands. And your bodies accepted them. Now you must accept them. And fight.
Why? Why?
Because it is.
What have you done with my hands?
What you brought to the hospital were no longer hands. Take hold of my arm. Both hands. Grip it as hard as you can. That proves the muscles work. You feel my arm? That proves the nerves are functioning. Muscles and nerves, that's all you need. These hands are new. But your talent isn't. What happened to you 7 weeks ago was cruel. What I'm doing to you now is cruel. But what we did in that operating room wasn't. Now you can accept or you can quit. It's up to you.
Get out.
Vernon, would you
all
please?
of you.
Exercise. Belief. There's every chance in the world.
Every chance that beauty can once more be created by your surgical freak.
Can.
You're right, Doctor. You were cruel just now. But your bluntness has restored reality for me. I'm just not sure how long it can remain. I suggest you leave now.
Tomorrow we'll talk about that reality.
I'll be back, Vernon.
Dina.
I know, George. Thank you, I'll call.
Let him have his anger and torment for now. I think he'll be strong enough later to accept the fight.
His finger reactions weren't even right.
Yes, they were.
But when you touched them...
I touched the fingers on each hand in sequence at first. Then I deliberately changed the sequence. The finger that reacted was the one he thought should react next. Then I went back and touched the finger, and it moved. It's simply a matter of mental coordination on his part.
Seems so much to expect.
Dina, what we've done has never been done before. It's a triumph for us. But it's got to be one for him, too.
I think I'd better move in here for a while.
He'll need you.
I wonder if there'll ever be a day when he doesn't.
Please leave me alone.
I know how hard it is for you to accept. But do you realize what Gil has done for you?
Yes. He made them come true. Those dreams I've had through the years about something happening to my hands.
Gil's genius has made it possible for your talent to continue.
His genius with a knife in the human body has put on my arms the hands of some man I don't even know.
Is that important if you can play again?
Important? It's important my sanity could even accept that these aren't mine. His genius has given me hands to feel with. But can he guarantee these stolen chunks of flesh and bone will ever be?
These are your hands. Now it's up to you to make them sing in the future as they did in the past. It's you who control your hands.
Don't you understand? I was my hands. They were my life. Now I'm carrying the life of someone I know nothing about.
Then you must learn again. Or you will have no life.
Why me? Why couldn't this have happened to that cab driver who doesn't need his hands so much?
I only know from Gil that the man suffered too. His life may not be as delicate or as complex as yours. But I'm sure he'll fight to maintain it.
Leave me alone.
I'm going to stay here for a while. I'll be back as soon as I get some things from my apartment. Please be patient.
Why, you're a half hour. Why, Vernon, what a pleasant surprise.
I want to talk to you.
I can't right now.
It's important.
All right, but I only have a few minutes.
You always did have a talent for creating the proper visual mood.
This is no concern of yours.
Obviously, since our relationship is primarily a social one.
What does that mean?
It must be if you haven't been interested enough to see me during these past weeks.
I called the hospital the following day, left my sympathies.
Very generous of you.
Vernon, I'm very sorry about your accident, but...
Pain isn't a desirable substitute for laughter and excitement, is it?
Vernon, I've had a great many things to do. I'm also expecting a guest within a half hour.
Guest?
So... You don't own me, Vernon.
I know. But now I need you.
How interesting. Well, there were times when I needed you. Remember your favorite line? That would be too much like playing a great composition over and over. You had to play many in order to live and grow as an artist.
There's a difference now. I can't explain everything right away, but my life has changed. You've got to understand.
Vernon, if one of your other women has put you in your place, I don't see any reason to come crying to me.
That's not it. Yes, there were others. There were others for you, too. I don't think either of us had any illusions about that. But for me, you were always the most important, the loveliest. In the back of my mind, maybe I always thought someday...
Vernon, neither of us ever thought that someday. You were always a very exciting, very desirable man. But this attitude in you now, this heaviness, I don't like it at all. I'll be very happy to see you on the old basis, but right now I'd wish you'd go.
What if the old basis has been changed by something I can do nothing about?
I don't like you this way, and I don't like riddles.
What if there won't be any concerts or parties? What if there'll only be me?
Stop it, Vernon. I've never seen you this way, and I don't want you this way.
What if there'll only be me?
Stop it! Stop it!
Answer me!
Let me go! Your hands are breaking my arms! Your hands!
Yes, my hands. The hands that brought you concerts, parties, glamour, excitement. That's what happened when you called to leave your sympathies. My hands that you knew so well. Look! They don't look like my hands, do they? They're not. My hands were destroyed the night of my greatest concert. But medical science gave me a new pair of hands. Hands from another body so that I can play again. Yes, Eileen, I may play again. But I may not. What if there'll only be me? What will you do if I need your help now more than I need your beauty?
Don't touch me!
Take off. You too, Holly. Kenny can handle emergency tonight.
Oh, sure. And when do I get a chance to get married? I have a girl who's pretty fed up already.
Who ever heard of young doctors getting married? You have to be middle-aged before you can afford to be married.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Come on, Junior. I have a new trick I want to show you with a scalpel.
You know, I've got a boyfriend who's the greatest guy in the world.
Holly, never get interested in a dedicated man. It may look good on the surface, but you can always end up second, no matter how much he feels for you.
Thanks, Gail, for putting it the nice way. She's a lucky girl.
Make me look pretty much like a snoop, but I'm sure you understand it's part of my job.
I also understand we made a bargain.
With a time factor that was up a week ago. You see, I'm not without patience.
The main point was I'd give you the complete story as soon as it was possible. You implied you'd trust my judgment.
Yes, I remember, but there's a problem. I have somewhat of a neurotic respect for perfection in my work. I don't like to see assignments go unsolved. Although I recognize there's no set schedule for the solution. Specifically, the fingerprints you gave me have been thoroughly checked, and they gave me nothing.
You think I gave you a false set?
You're not that kind of a man. We're in the process of checking them through foreign bureaus, but while we're waiting, I
Thought there might be something new you could offer to keep my mind at peace.
There's nothing I can tell you yet. There's a human factor that's involved that's critical. Trust me a while longer.
Very well.
Thanks.
In the meantime, please remember my wife and children.
When I got back last night, he was sitting at the piano dazed. He didn't say a word all night. I don't think he went to sleep either. And then in the morning came the tragic news of the death of a woman who was very important to him. He was more depressed.
When did he leave?
Late this morning. He said he wanted to be alone. I wanted to go with him, but he was cruel in the way he rejected me. I'm frightened.
Don't be frightened. It's natural in the beginning. He's got to feel sorry for himself. Hate everyone and everything that caused this. He'll be back.
I hope you're right.
In the meantime, I think the separation's good for us. Let's have dinner. We've never done that. I know a little place with violins not far from here. We'll be back early. Does Tony Wilder live here?
Yes, sir.
Is he in?
No, sir, but he'll be back in a little while. He went to get some. A dog, isn't that great?
I'm an old friend of his. Used to ride in his cab all the time. I want to talk to him.
I really shouldn't let you in, but I guess you look okay. You like dogs? Okay, come on in. You ever had a dog? Hey, mister, you ever had a dog?
Yes, a long time ago.
When you were a kid like me, huh? You had a piano once, too? Were you any good? I'm good, too. Want me to play for you? Well, I'm not bad, honest. I like to play. Dad's never asked to make me. You know a lot about the piano? I'll play a real great tune I just learned. It'll make you feel better, because you don't look so hot.
No. Not right now.
Come on. I like to play for people. Helps me not to be nervous. I'll make you a deal. If you don't like it, I'll quit. Okay?
And they were both killed when we were very small. We ended up with relatives who resented the obligation. So more or less, we banded together for emotional survival.
You both had a great desire for life, even then. That's important for him now.
Perhaps. But I think we became too close as a result, too dependent. I had talent, too, but his was greater. I used my talent to help him. The whole thing was a calculated plan to bring us independence and freedom. And now, just when we were both reaching a point when we could be truly free.
Dina, nothing's going to be wasted. Don't you see, by going through this, he can become part of a new and even greater kind of beauty. Maybe that's a lot to imagine right now. But eventually there can be no such thing as a permanently defective heart, a permanent cripple, a permanent birth malformation, blindness. Oh, there'll always be accidental deaths. But from these tragedies, science will be able to sustain and recreate joy for the living. And when people know that a worn-out or defective part of their body can be replaced, they'll approach life itself with a great deal less fear. 3,000 years of research, Dina. And we're just beginning. This is the next major step, and he's the key part of it.
If it had to happen, I thank God we found you. Gil, whose hands are they?
We don't know yet, but they're strong, normal hands. They might be hands from someone even more talented than Vernon.
But they could be from someone.
Don't let fear drive you into a pit of superstition.
But are we sure the soul really controls the outside? Or is what we call a soul really shaped by our own pleasures or hatreds with the outside? And how they're accepted by the world?
If you love beauty, you conquer handicaps so beauty can live.
And if you don't?
Well, mister, how did you like it?
Yeah? You play very well.
You mean it?
You can be good. Very good if you practice.
Did you practice a lot when you were a kid?
Yes, I practiced a lot when I was like you. But I can't remember many things about being 10 years old. Yes, I can.
Are you still any good?
I don't know.
Come on and try. I want to hear you play now. First, you got to take your gloves off. Who ever heard of playing the piano with their gloves on?
I can't take them off.
Sure you can. You put them on, didn't you? Strong hands. Maybe someday I'll have hands like that, so I can play a lot easier. Come on. Can't play now. How can you play the piano if you can't even hit the chords?
Don't say that. I can't play. I will play again. Music is my life. You mustn't say I can't play. I will play.
I've never known anything else. That's why I'll play again. I must play again. You see that, don't you?
Skeet! I'm home, Skeet!
I know it's strange. You'll get used to it. Skeet! 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 Skeet, where are you?
This time, I don't think we'll have to be as critical. broken open.
It's working, Vernon. It's all working.
Should I say congratulations again, Doctor?
To yourself, for your patience. Every finger response was correct. Timing was a little slow, but with this much progress this soon, there's no reason why full dexterity can't return. All you need now is a strong incentive. That's something you've had for a long time.
Yes, Doctor. I think I'll enlarge on your exercises to include the piano.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's wonderful, Mr. Paris. Ouch.
I want you and Dina to have dinner with me tonight. Go someplace where we can laugh for a change. How about it?
It's time to see again what the outside world and smiling faces look like.
How about it?
To take home with you to remind you of your shining hour.
You take that thing home and you're going to be the one that has to dust it.
Test this game of skill. Win yourself a beautiful prize or a tryout with the L.A. Dodgers. Only a warm-up pitch. Even the greatest need that. Try again. Hey, what are you? Some kind of a nut-making fun? That'll be $20, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Forget the sorry. It's a $20, buddy. And if you don't know how to use your hands, stay away from here. Hey. I'm gonna call a cop.
Okay, wait a minute. Here's more than enough of that. Take care of the damage.
All right. But I'm still gonna call a cop. That guy is some kind of a nut.
Look, here's some more. Please forget it. He's a patient of mine. He's been through quite enough as it is. Give him a break.
Okay. But if you can't handle him, buddy, we got a place right down the street that specializes in freaks.
Vernon, you know how proud I am of you. The new attitude you've had since Gil returned.
Are you?
Very. Remember the night the three of us went out together?
I remember.
It started then, didn't it?
I think it started a long time before that.
Gil's proud of you, too. I told him you've been practicing every day since then. You don't know how important it is to him that he used his skill to bring you a new life.
Yes. They all brought me a new life.
And for me, I think you know how I've come to feel about Gil. I want you to be happy for that, too.
I'm very glad that you've come to mean so much to each other.
Why won't you let me stay on nights that you practice?
You know me at my best. I want you to hear me that way the next time. Besides, you haven't regretted all the time you've been able to spend with him, have you?
All right. I'll wait.
What time will you be back tonight?
11 or 12. Just dinner and a conversation.
Have a good time. So maybe. I can't ask you to live on what I'm making now. I can't even live on it.
I wouldn't mind working. I've done it before.
We might have to if we get married in a year or so.
Then why not now?
It's just too rough.
You're too intent on your work.
I admit it. It's the future, Sue, and I've got a chance to be a part of something wonderful. I guess I'm selfish, because I want it to be the right kind of future. For my work, and for us. Don't you understand?
You know I do. It's just that I wish there could be more time for us. I'm not going to stop loving you, Ken. It's just that the nights get lonely out.
Can it?
Oh, it must be a record.
He never bought any of his own records. He was always afraid of becoming a mechanical copy of himself. I know his style so well.
I don't know. Maybe possible. He's really been practicing and exercising the way you said.
It's one of his more simple pieces. Gil, it must be. Oh, Vernon, was that you playing?
Oh, I'm sorry you heard. I wanted it to be when I was a little better.
Oh, it sounded wonderful.
It's the only one I've worked on, and it's taken me all these weeks.
What does the man who made it all possible have to say?
I'm surprised, but
you told me yourself there was no reason why it shouldn't happen. With exercise, practice.
Yes, I know. But I didn't expect this much dexterity this soon.
Not even when the incentive, the desire to create beauty, is strong enough? You did your work well, Doctor. Now I'm doing mine.
If it's true, there's no one outside you two who could be happier than I am.
Then smile, Doctor. Get rid of that troubled, questioning look. Help us rejoice in the success of our mutual triumph. I know what I have to do now.
Please play for us.
It's been very hard to get this far, and I think even the doctor will tell you that it's natural to expect fatigue to set in easily.
Make it soon.
It will be.
Understand one thing. I want to believe.
Then do it, Doctor. Do it because you, too, have the incentive.
Gil.
Well, I'm sorry. I know he was a close associate of yours. Did you know the girl, too? Tragedies of this kind are always senseless, but I'm afraid I have to press you about the significance behind it.
How can there be any significance to waste?
Some time ago, I read a routine report about a death that occurred in the suburbs. A man came home and found his son dead, apparently as the result of a burglar who was discovered and panicked. The unusual thing was that most of the boy's fingers were broken. Possibly it was the result of a fight, except that the fingers were all squeezed together as if they'd been crushed. The man was an ex-cab driver named Wilder. Can you raise the sheet farther this time and look at your friend's hands? Done with a bookend. If you're thinking it might have been a burglar, forget it. It was calculated. The bookend was placed in the girl's hand to make it look as if she defended herself against a sex attack.
Then you have your answer.
That's rather difficult to believe, since the girl was choked to death. A series of tragedies with one thing in common, the human hand. The same thing that brought us together, Doctor.
It's ridiculous to assume that...
Is it? Perhaps, if anybody else but your friend had been involved. This is the kind of coincidence that forces me to become less patient. I think I know now what's happened. If I'm correct, it's an amazing piece of surgery, Doctor. Under the circumstances, I must insist you meet me at my office within a half hour. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this is pure coincidence. Otherwise, it means you failed to control an experiment that could have been of great value. Regardless, both of our objectives are the same.
I think you know why I wanted you to be the first to hear me play.
Vernon, I've never been so happy.
You won't mind if it's the same piece?
I wouldn't care if it was the scale of C in one octave, just to know you can play again.
Even though I can play, I'm still nervous about these hands. It takes all my concentration. Would you mind sitting in the other room just this once?
I'd listen to you from the other end of the world if it would help make you great again.
Dina, I want you to remember just one thing. Tonight I'll play my greatest concert. I need you to help make it complete.
I'll remember.
Created?
Help him. Any jury will call it insanity. With proper treatment, he can be brought back.
And Ken? And I?
Gil, I was almost as close to Ken as you were. But even his sacrifice can't stop our work. It mustn't.
How stupid I was. What he said about incentive. Oh, yes, he had one, all right. Vengeance on everyone he thought destroyed his ability to create music. The driver, Ken.
I think We can take care of ourselves.
Dina, she's with him.
He won't hurt her. She's on his side. We're the enemies.
With a maniac as shrewd as he's become, I won't take that chance.
I'm coming too.
No, you're involved enough. Go home to your security. Try to figure out why it's so hard to find for men like me. And don't make the same mistakes.
Are you sure about this?
It must be. He made a special point about it. Tonight, I'll play my greatest concert.
Dina,
Oh, I don't blame you, Gil. How can you blame anybody for this? I just feel numb for all the loneliness and misery he must be feeling inside him.
Thank you for remembering what I said, Dina. I was sure I could depend on the audience. Very important part of the concert. Yes, I'm going to play for you, Doctor. I'm used to a great deal of applause after my concerts. And what could be more desirable than applause from the man who made it all possible? There were others, almost as much a part of it as you, who should be here. But I don't think we'd find their applause very enthusiastic now. I did manage to convince one of them, though. We had a long chat on the way down here. Turns out he was very partial to music and my future ability. The only trouble was he didn't mean it. He's only trying to trick me.
Why, Vernon? It was only a matter of time before you would have played again.
Time. Time to cut off these hands and give me others, and others if those don't work. Yes, the doctor has all the time he needs in his laboratory. He can do anything, except give me back my life.
He tried to save that life.
He failed.
How do you know yet?
Shall I show you?
It's too soon.
I said I was going to play for you. I am, now. But I want you beside me, Dina, because you were always there in the past. You can't go out there.
He still needs me.
It's a trick.
I might be able to humor him. Still save him. I've got to.
It's too much of a chance. You can't do it.
Then take a gun and go out there and shoot him now.
Listen. Behold the wonders of medical science and your kind doctor. Your triumph, Doctor. And now mine. Let her go.
Go on back. We'll be all right.
The talented Dr. Harvey, still in charge.
You're right about one thing. I'm not responsible for the loss of your hands. But I am for this.
Like your friend, you imagine yourself a clever psychologist. It won't work, Doctor.
You're interested in nothing but vengeance?
Beauty is no longer important to you. On the contrary, justice is a form of moral beauty. Or is that too unscientific?
I did everything I could surgically.
And your body's accepted it.
Beyond that, I know I failed you. Your mind couldn't accept.
That's very beautiful. What a shame it's only meant to throw me off guard.
What do you want?
I want you to take another look at your work. Just for this moment, I want to share this triumph with you.
Found out whose hands they are?
Not yet. Does it make any difference?
I think you know we'll have to talk some. And maybe you'll be able to tell me if we have the right to push ahead so fast. Even when we believe.
Men like you who aren't afraid to grow, they'll always be the right.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.